Hey friends, it's Emily with burlapkitchen.com, where I'm all about simplicity. Tonight we're going to be doing yet another 2x4 craft. I have one more of these after this one, and then I promise we're done with these for a while. But they're so fun and they're so easy to make. I just wanted to show you a few different options. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my base. Everyone keeps asking for the dimensions. Guys, I literally just cut this the size that I think looks good. I never measure anything. So I went ahead and I painted the base black. I'm using Waverly chalk paint, and then I'm using crimson red Waverly chalk paint for the 2x4 here, and I'm just painting that one red. I'm just using a cheap chip brush for that. Once everything dries, I'm going to go over it with a sanding block and just sand it down because I like that rustic look. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply some antique wax. I just dip my paintbrush in it, rub a little off, and then brush over it. You could totally skip this step if you're not into that antique look. Either way will look fine. So now we're going to take some burlap and staple it on. You want to double your burlap just so the red doesn't show through. You could also paint this one if you want to. Either way would look super cute. Then I have this big long piece of fabric. Again, I never measure anything. It's just a long piece that I thought would work. And I'm just kind of cutting it as I make it. I just stapled it on and then I pulled it up long. I want this hat to be kind of longer. Then I'm going to glue down the back and I'm going to stuff a couple Walmart bags in here. That's just going to give my hat a little bit of volume. Next, I'm going to take this, I think it's like a car cloth. I got it at Dollar Tree. I know they have, I think it's a car cloth. So I got it at Dollar Tree. If you know what it is, go ahead and drop it in the comments. I'm going to use that for the top of his hat. And then I'm going to finish gluing the top of the hat. Now I'm going to come over here with some Spanish moss and hot glue that on for his beard. If you don't like the look of the Spanish moss, you could also use the Spanish moss but spray paint it white. I think that would be super cute. Now I'm going to use a couple little buttons for his eye. And of course, you guys know I love to put rosy cheeks on, so I put some rosy cheeks on Santa. He's been out in the cold delivering presents, so he's cold. I used a little half bead for his nose that I just stained. Now I'm tying the end of the hat with a little bit of twine, and I put a big bell on there. Next, I'm taking 2 pipe cleaners, white and 2 red, and twisting them together. And then I'm going to twist them together again to make a candy cane. The reason I use 2 of each is just to make it a little bit thicker. I cut it in half, added some greenery, some cinnamon sticks, and then I'm going to tie all those together just so they're a little easier to work with. And I'm just using a piece of twine for that. Now I'm going to stuff those candy canes back in there, get everything to look the way that I like. I cut that wire down just a little bit from my pick. This pick, I believe, came from Walmart. Then I just hot glue everything in place. Now I'm going to wrap this twine around a couple times. This is just going to kind of act as Santa's belt. I'm just wrapping that around a few times. Then I'm going to staple it to the back and trim that. And I'm going to add a little bow and just hot glue it in place. Next, I'm going to work with my little base. So I just sanded it down, and then what I do is I put a screw right in the middle. Once you get that screw in the middle, it should fit right onto the bottom. And then that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this fun Santa DIY. For more crafts just like this one, please visit burlapkitchen.com. Thank you.